We're gathered here today to celebrate those who have sacrificed so much for the personal freedoms that we enjoy so much in this country. I would like to welcome everybody to our annual Veterans Day Assembly. We're streaming this throughout the community and in the classrooms. At this time, I would like the Montana Youth Challenge to please post the colors. Please stand. The national anthem will be sung by our own Mr. Neil Lemieux.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you to the Montana Youth Challenge and Mr. Lemieux. Let's give Mr. Lemieux a big round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, Mrs. Gibson would like to do a reading on a short history of Veterans Day, and we will observe a moment of silence after that.
And now we approach the 11th hour of this day in observance of the armistice effective on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. We honor the men and women from all walks of life, parents, children, grandparents, friends, neighbors, and co-workers who are all an important part of our community. These veterans include 2.77 million service members who served on various deployments since 9/11/2001, 7.8 million in the Gulf War, 5.9 million served in Vietnam, 2 million in the Korean War, and 240,329 of the 16 million who served in World War II are alive today. Remember this: We don't know them all, but we owe them all. And now we honor their service. In this moment of silence, please remember those who have given the ultimate sacrifice, their life for your freedoms. In this moment of silence, be proud to be an American where your freedom came with a price paid by those in our presence, thank you, and those not able to attend today. And in this moment of silence, please display your respect and gratitude. And now, a moment of silence. We will now hear from 8th grader Sawyer Platt, who will conduct the reading of the Presidential Proclamation.
A message from the President of the United States regarding Veterans Day. On Veterans Day, we honor our nation's veterans who have given so much to protect our freedoms and the freedom of others around the globe. They represent the highest ideals of our country. While we can never fully repay the debt we owe these heroes, we will honor their service and provide them care and support they deserve. We also salute and show gratitude for all who ensure our armed forces remain strong, united, and unmatched. In respect and recognition of the contributions our veterans and their families, caregivers, and survivors have made to the cause of peace and freedom around the world, the Congress has provided that November 11th of each year shall be set aside as a legal public holiday to honor our nation's veterans.
At this time, our choir, under the direction of Mr. Neil Lemieux, will sing the song for the Unsung Hero. choir. That was a phenomenal performance. At this time, I would like to introduce our guest speaker. Today we have with us the Command Sergeant Major of the Montana National Guard, Robert Theriault. The Command Sergeant Major is the senior enlisted leader of the Montana National Guard. He mentors brigades located across 4 states, including Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Nevada. The Command Sergeant Major was born and raised in Helena, Montana. He attended Capitol High School. He served in the Montana National Guard for 34 years. His military career began in 1987 when he enlisted in the Montana National Guard as a combat engineer. Command Sergeant Major Theriault has been deployed several times, including missions to Kyrgyzstan, from 2004 to 2005, as well as Operation New Dawn in Iraq in 2009. And most recently, he has participated in missions to Cambodia and Thailand. The Sergeant Major's awards and decorations are too numerous to list here in this short amount of time. However, he has been awarded the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star, the Army Achievement Medal, the Army Service Ribbon, and the Army Commendation Medal. Today he is accompanied here by his wife, Tara. Thank you too for joining us. I give you Command Sergeant Major Theriault.
I'm an American soldier. I'm a warrior, a member of a team. I serve the people of the United States and live the Army values. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. I am disciplined physically, mentally tough, trained, and proficient in my warrior tasks and drills. I always maintain my arms, my equipment, and myself. I'm an expert. I am a professional. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States in close combat. I am a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. I am an American soldier. Good morning. I'd like to thank your principal, Mr. Rogers, Mr. Moreni, for giving my wife and I the opportunity to be here today. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, veterans, and of course the students of Dillon Middle School, the home of the Cougars, welcome to this Veterans Day celebration. It is a privilege to me to honor the very special group of Americans today on Veterans Day. As Montana National Guard Senior Enlisted Leader, I cannot think of a better place to be than right here, right now, with you. Since this is my first time though to the Dillon Middle School, been to Dillon lots of times, but never the middle school. So I had to do a little checking around. So I got on your website, and believe it or not, I came across your mission statement, which when I found out here, the one on the website is different than your actual mission statement. But as I reviewed it, it kind of fell a lot into line with how we foster our training in the military. So I'm going to review it for you guys, and hopefully you all maybe have it memorized. Dillon Middle School mission statement: to provide a safe, positive, purposeful learning environment, we will persevere to effectively teach the essential skills by maximizing learning opportunities and recognize the uniqueness of each individual learner. We will strive for student success through effective instruction, standards-based curriculum, and frequent monitoring of progress. We will nurture relationships with the community by developing a partnership through positive communications. As I looked through some of that, I've seen the stuff like standards-based. Everything in the military has a standard to it, and we're always held to that standard. And so as I was going through there, that's how I could relate, because if we have no standard, we will constantly travel off in different directions. We need to have the standard, we need to stay focused on it. I know sometimes at your guys' age, and even at my age, it's hard to stay focused on anything, and I understand that. You probably have a hard time staying focused on me right now. The school's goals are important, and I hope every student knows them. All right, Veterans Day is set aside to thank and honor all who have served, living and deceased, but in particular, living veterans among us. Not to be mistaken with Memorial Day, which specifically commemorates men and women who have died while serving our country and have made the ultimate sacrifice. Some of my numbers got stolen a little bit earlier, but that's fine. They're in a little different context. So as a nation, we have had 12 major conflicts. There's over 41 million wartime members, 1,430,000 wartime wounded, 1,190,000 wartime dead. But maybe most importantly is there's still 21,800,000 living veterans that we owe our way of life to. These numbers remind us of the cost of freedom and the sacrifices. These numbers can weigh heavy on our hearts. But I also think today is a day to celebrate because we have so much to be grateful for in this country. Veterans have ensured that you have the right to travel freely around this vast country, around the world, to do things like having internet access. Everybody's got a phone, right? We couldn't live without it. Okay. The ability to go to movies, the ability to play sports, to be in the band, to be in the choir, the ability to go to a concert or just hang out with your friends. In fact, this very school building stands in part because of the sacrifices of our veterans. I guess you could even say veterans made homework possible. Okay, we can argue over how positive all these freedoms are, but there's no denying that the contribution of our nation's veterans have played a big part in making the United States of America the great country that it is today. And as for this year, we've been celebrating America's veterans on this special day for 103 years. In closing, 34 years ago, I started my military career with these words, and I still live them today. I, Robert Theriault, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of officers appointed over me, according to regulations of the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. The greatest gift I've been given in my life, besides my family, was the opportunity to say those words. Thank you for allowing Tara and I to be here with you on this great day. And happy Veterans Day, and go Cougars.
Thank you, Command Sergeant Major. That was a wonderful speech. And thank you for your service. Thank all of you for your service. At this time, the DMS band, under the direction of Neil Lemieux, will play the Armed Forces March. So today we will close, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out here today. I am not a veteran. I had a grandfather, a father, and a brother that is currently serving. And I know the sacrifices that families have gone through with deployments and time away from loved ones. And so I really would like to extend a thank you to all of you that came today. Students, your behavior is absolutely phenomenal. This is a very special place and a very special day. And I would like to thank everyone for being here today. At this time, I would like the Youth Challenge to retire the colors. Please stand.
Reason. Arm. Order. Arm. Ready. Forward, arm.
Thank you, Youth Challenge. You may be seated. At this time, I would also like to thank everybody that was involved in this assembly. Mr. Rogers, thank you. I would like to thank Mrs. Gibson. She truly is the brains of this operation that pulls this off. Without her, this would not be possible. I would like to thank all of the students for coming, and this is a great day that I look forward to every day. At this time, I would like the 8th graders and the choirs to remain in the gym. Would the 8th grade volunteers please come down and escort our veterans to the cafeteria for lunch? We'll get started on that, and everybody else will be dismissed at 11:30. Those of you in your classrooms, please keep your students in the class until the 11:30 bell. So at this time, veterans, please come and join us for our lunch. It is chili and cinnamon rolls today. So thank you again for your service and sacrifice. It's greatly appreciated.